What's up, everybody? So as promised, I'm going to try to do a tour around the map. I landed on a Hellion Plunder. I started up here in Arsenal. As you can see, this is kind of what Arsenal looks like. It's got the sub pen, there's little warehouses for working. Sorry, I'm trying not to heli shut down. It's got this main building here, as well as those buildings over there. So from there, I'm just going to kind of fly around the map, kind of go over the main POIs. I was thinking about making a video with a more detailed look at all of the POIs, but after playing this map and seeing all the different caves and underground areas, as well as all these buildings, I thought it might be a little cumbersome. If you let me know in the comments, I'll at least try to focus on some of the big POIs or important buildings, I think, which will probably be more in the middle because typically circles don't close towards the outside, but I'm going to go ahead and fly around the map. Like I was just at Arsenal, this is docks. You can see docks down here has got those huts, as well as kind of this factory area. You can actually go up and down these conveyor belts that are covered down here. I believe this is shallow enough water that you can go in that water as well. I think the only water you can't go in is around the ocean. So you just got these factory and warehouse buildings, as well as the disbanded ship and the crane up there. You can't get up in the crane. You can go all along those ships, as well as in and out all of these buildings. From there, we fly over to jungle as we head over towards runway. You can see throughout the jungle, there's all sorts of buildings, shacks, trees, and what you won't be able to see quite as much is some of the cave entrances and drop downs into the underground areas that are throughout the map. Just the total amount of buildings as well as the underground areas is kind of what made change my decision to make a more detailed tour, just sectioning off. I was going to do like quarters of the map. Just because there'd be so much to show, and they'd either be really long videos or that would be all my channel content for the next couple weeks, and I want to focus on weapons as well. So here we see we're at runway. We have the runway and a hangar down there. This is one of the few spots that the fighter planes spawn when you are in Vanguard Royale only mode. You can see this little building here. It's mostly an outdoor area, the little shack there, little hut here, and then this building here. Not too much indoors wise, just mostly an outdoor area. And then you start to head down to Beachhead, where I'm going to have to be careful because there's teams fighting down here. The Beachhead's got these different barracks looking buildings, a couple of these bunker buildings, and just those bunkers there. Those circles you see down there are for anti-air guns in Vanguard Royale to shoot down the planes. Luckily they're not in Plunder or Vanguard Royale. We're still over in Beachhead here, and you see a lot of the huts. You see some circle huts, some rectangular huts. Like I said, there's a lot of buildings on this map. This water, I know you can go in. That's only ankle deep water. And you just keep flying over jungle. One thing I don't like about this map, as beautiful it is you have like no sight lines with all these trees as well as these buildings. Here we're in between Beachhead and Subpen, and you can see it's more huts, a dock that you can go down. These huts are all similarly shaped and copy and pasted from all around the map. So once you know some, you know them all. These little trailers with the satellites on them. Now from Subpens, there's actually a lot to do in Subpen. There's a lot of different areas within Subpen to go around. Like I said, there's a couple of pens and stuff. I may do a video just covering these larger buildings on the map because there's a lot within these buildings. And you see these barrack buildings, they're kind of copied and pasted from Verdansk. Some of the bigger buildings, more unique buildings, I may do a video on. From there, I'm getting shot at. This is, I believe, knee-deep water and ankle-deep water below. From here, we're now down into Resort. You can see there's a gas station down there and a shack there, as well as the main resort. The resort's another building I may do a video kind of running around in, just because there's a lot of ins and outs within Resort. You got these circle huts here, as well as these couple L-shaped buildings there and a bus station. Some more shacks here, and some more buildings that have been kind of copied and pasted around the map. I may focus on one or two of those if I do another video, just so you can see what they look like inside. And from there, we're at Capitol. We have the Capitol building below me. A lot of people think it's going to be a hot drop. The main Capitol building is over there, another building I may end up doing a video on. Let's see if I can get this guy. Nope. There's a lot of buildings within Capitol, so I may at least do a ground tour in a vehicle of Capitol, so you kind of see what the streets and the buildings look like. From there, we keep moving around the outside of the map. We kind of get away from that. We have a lighthouse over here, as well as some shacks and some huts, and the area that I got my first win in. Some more buildings that are just kind of couple room buildings. Some more knee and ankle deep water mixed in a flowing river. Keep coming down here, you have that shack down there. You have one of the cell phone towers, or I guess here would be radio towers that we're familiar with. And this is starting to get into power plant. where you have these couple story buildings, another gas station, some more waterways, some more huts and shacks copied and pasted. These little buildings down here, we have the oil tankers, or as they used to be called in Verdansk, titties, as well as a factory style building with some smokestacks. Got a guy doing, looks like supply runs, probably trying to level up guns. From there you keep going around. Now we're getting to airfield, and this is where a lot of the fighter jets spawn. You have this train station or airport type building. That may be one of the buildings that I include in another more detailed tour, as well as all these tents over here. You do have a shorter ATC tower than the one that was in Verdansk, and there's both stairs and a zip to get up. Oh, you have these mini hangars down here, as well as this larger hangar here. More big oil reserves, another radio or cell phone tower, these shacks down here, these little buildings and tents down here, as well as a larger hangar, and some more river. I'm going to continue along the outside before I get too far inside where a lot of people may be. We're going to head out over to Lagoon, the next POI that goes around the outside of the map. Lagoon was one of the areas that has a lot of underground area, especially if you go over where this lighthouse is. There's a lot of underground over there. And you have all these little shacks as well as ankle deep water. You have a crashed plane down there. These huts, like I said, there's some underground area over here. You can see that we have the little walkway tunnel in the water down there, as well as that building, that like L-shaped building. That's kind of like a warehouse building that we saw in Factory, but with that we also saw in Factory. We saw in Quarry Salt Mine. It just has a second story added to it. Once you start to leave Lagoon and head up to Village, you can see we have more just shacks placed, a little like hangar or warehouse. Some more shacks down here, as well as another hangar or warehouse building. And then when you get into Village, it's exactly what it sounds like. And this is one of the POIs that made me reconsider doing a whole map tour, because you have so many of these little huts over here, as well as rice fields with more huts on top. Over here you have another big ship part of the POI, and it's one of the mini POIs. You can see doors right down below there to go into this underground area that leads back out into this walkway. It's kind of like a bunker or turret location on the outside of the map. More little underground areas and all this beachfront, a bridge down there. And as you can see, this map, like I said, has a lot of terrain to cover, and it would be hard to really effectively cover all of the details of this map in a detailed tour. From there we push up into Ruins, the two closest POIs together. Ruins exactly what it sounds like. There's a lot of cover within it, and then that underground area down under this cave, down in that cave. There's a lot of cover, but there's not buildings to really camp in if people are shooting down from helis or fighter jets. And then there's a lot of tree cover, but there's not too much going on at Ruins. And then we end up heading back up towards Arsenal, and in between Ruins and Arsenal is just some shacks and some huts, and then you're back towards Arsenal. Now we'll start to head to the middle of the map. We'll start off with mines. You have this big crane and mine which you can fight in or climb up and down, get on the conveyor belt there. Then you have some elevation chains as you head into the main area of mines. And in the main area of mines you can see it'll play similar to like Quarry and Salt Mine, where it has these industrial type buildings that have verticality, multiple type floors. You can go in all the conveyor belts like that one right there, and all the walkways. You got a gondola system there, and there's a lot of verticality like there was in salt mines and hangars with the different levels on the cliffs. From there we can head up towards Peak, and we're starting to get towards the end. There's more of the gondola system. And you head up Peak, you can actually climb up this mountain completely on foot. It does take a very long time, but you can do it. And then there's this structure up here on Peak. You can go down inside of that structure as well. There's a couple different levels in there. Some zips to get up from the lower parts. As you can see, there's you can't really make it too much, but there's a zip on this rock ledge here to make it quicker getting up. There's a couple different of those along the map, and then you can see you can go under inside of there and play the verticality inside of the building or the Nazi base on Peak. From there we really only have fields left to cover besides the stuff in between. You can see, like I said, there's a lot of trees all over the map, a lot of verticality on the cliffs. There's a water tower there. And fields, we did cover the front end. Here's the back end of fields here. Like I said, it's a bunch of shacks. That building's fun to play, and there's 3 levels to that building, as well as being able to hide up in that tower. And more verticality throughout the cliffs that has shacks This bridge be good for sniping, but you gotta watch left and right. People could come up from here, camping these buildings, snipe you. It's a dangerous cross, you're pretty visible, but it's also a good sniper's peak to be up if you're up there. And then there's just these huts over here. That's really kind of the whole of the map at a brief level. Like I said, I may make a video kind of touring the main buildings, maybe some of the underground areas that we see. Other than that, I hope you kind of enjoyed this tour. My thoughts on this map is it's very vibrant and beautiful looking. I'll take us up one more time, just kind of do a circle around the map. The colors are very good, the colors are very vibrant. We have another radio tower up here that I forgot to mention, but those became kind of unimportant for Verdansk. See, the colors are way better. This map is huge. They said it's around the size of Verdansk, but it feels a lot bigger. I think the verticality is kind of what makes it feel bigger. Climbing up the mountains takes a long time. Unfortunately, Vanguard Royale, all the ground vehicles are extremely slow, so moving around the map's pretty slow. I think in regular Battle Royale it'll definitely be better with the helicopters, the faster, more modern vehicles that we have from Verdansk, and I think that'll overall work out better. One other note, we got the gunner choppers back. Who knows how long until there's an invisibility glitch and they take those out, or if they've just perfected them finally and they'll actually be usable. We'll have to wait and see. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell for more. Let me know down below what you think of the map. If you'd like me to do a more detailed tour, just let me know down below what you think overall. And I will have my social medias linked down in the description below as usual. But I will see you on Caldera. Get frying. Have a good day. Bye.